No more silence. We'll raise our voice for every hero.
Stories abound,
Yeah.
with what I see. But one in particular was this gentleman that could not leave his bedroom.
Yeah.
Forget his house. He could not step out of his own bedroom. And he'd be sleeping and he'd hear some noise and he'd come out crawling, on his belly, just doing
Crawling.
doing everything that he was trained to do, because in his mind, as we mentioned earlier, his nervous system didn't know the difference between, am I not?
Right.
And when he first came into the office, he came in with his wife, and you could just see that you could cut the tension with a knife. And back then, it was early on in the program, patients had to be seen every 45 days. That was the maximum. Now we can see them every 210 days or 6.5, 7 months.
Sure.
But back then it was still new. And, we got him started. We explained everything to him, and he began the process. When he came back 45 days later with his wife, they're holding hands, they're smiling. I see a different dynamic.
Yeah.
But more important, like, we're sitting there and it's like, well, tell me. And I talked to his wife. I said, I'm not going to talk to you, but I'm going to talk to your wife. What have you noticed? What has improved with your husband? And she smiled. She said, we went to Disney World. Now, if I say that to anybody else, they're like, well, what's the big deal? We're in Florida. Who doesn't go to Disney World?
People.
And then it hit me how you are trained in the military. Groups are bad.
Yep.
You don't want to be in a group. You don't want to be in crowds because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And so you've been indoctrinated that
There's
way.
threats all over the place.
Now all of a sudden you're in mainstream population. You're expected to be in crowds. You're expected to be in groups. And he can't leave his bedroom. Now he's taking his family to Disney World.
Huge.
For those of you that are going through this, and you that that is significant.
It's absolutely staggering. You're going from a 10 by 12 room to one of the greatest tourist attractions in the entire universe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a veteran, and I get stressed out going into a theme park. Imagine somebody that's got that background and the noises and the sounds, because it's all that overstimulation and that hypersensitivity that's going on, hypervigilance.
Yeah, head on a swivel, Yeah. Tell me about Buds for Vets.
Oh, yeah. Great group. There's two great groups out there that really support the veteran community. One is Buds for Vets, and what they do is, if you have a 70% disability from the military, so in your DD 214, it reads that you are at least 70% disabled, they will support you in being able to cover your initial medical cannabis visit.
Okay.
So they will cover that. Doc MJ is very good about providing different specials and deals for new patients to attract individuals to come in. So, but if you're a veteran and you have 70% disability documented, obviously, Buds for Vets will stand up and will support you.
Wow.
And then the other is the Grateful Veteran. They've supported already at least 15, to my knowledge, 1,500 veterans obtained their medical cannabis card. And I'm here local, I'm in Marion County, but I have offices in Gainesville as well as in the villages, so
North Central Florida, you're there.
North Central Florida, and then once a month I'm in Orlando because my mom is in Altamont Springs, and so that kind of makes it easy for me to go and spend some time with.
Going to Orlando, you need medical.
I can't drive with it. That's against the law. Don't get me in trouble.
You will be your Uber. Yeah.
But
Doctor, real quick, can
sure.
you talk about the bow tie too?
Oh yeah, sure. So the color or the reason behind the bow tie? Both. All right. So before we started, while you were gallivanting being executive director, Brian and I were engaged in some, off-camera conversation, and I hit him with the question, why am I wearing a teal-colored bow tie and teal socks?
Yep.
And that's my kind of like my MO. And he's like, well, I don't know. and whatever topic I'm speaking on, I usually wear the color of awareness. And so teal is the color for PTSD awareness.
June 27th is National PTSD Awareness Day. So, Doc, we're going to invite him right here. We're going to put him on the spot to invite him to Marion County's Teal Out Day, which is on June 27th every year. So, Doc, please mark your calendar. If nobody's hasn't filled in your dance card yet, we'd love you to be with us on June 27th.
Well, that's 3 days after the best day of the year. My birthday.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah, my birthday is June 24th.
Well,
St. John the Baptist Day.
He's my favorite character in the Bible. He just told it how it was, man. That's why he lost his head.
So I was born June 24th, St.
Yep.
John the Baptist Day. June
Yep.
27th is
National PTSD Awareness.
and June 26th is National Epilepsy Day.
Yep.
Which I do a lot of work with children with epilepsy,
Right.
intractable seizures. There's one little boy in South Florida who will be turning 15 this year, who was one of my first pediatric patients after the gentleman with cancer. He was my second patient. He was having 200 to 300 seizures a day.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Now he's having 5 a month,
Right.
and the opposition will say, well, he's still having seizures, and the mom will say, yeah, but it's 5 a month and not 200 to 300 a day.
Yeah, there's no comparison. She's probably so grateful. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
but yeah, so we've got those two things, and then why I wear the bow tie, and I just mentioned the reason. My 15-year-old first pediatric patient, he would wear bow ties and baseball caps,
Wow.
and so in honor of him,
Amen.
whenever I speak on medical cannabis, I wear a bow tie in his honor.
Yeah. You celebrate him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I celebrate him, and then I celebrate the group or the topic to show a level of respect and honor.
Yeah. So, is there anything we didn't cover here today? I mean, there was just such a boatload of information. I've learned so much just sitting here listening to you, and I thank you for that. Good news is Doc is going to be associated with us here at Veterans Helping Veterans USA going forward. We're going to be partnering with him, and he is going to be at our next PTSD Summit, which is going to be in May. And Brian is going to put the date on the screen, because we're going to be, before we put this podcast into production, we will have the date finalized on that. It'll be sometime between Mother's Day and Memorial Day. How's that?
That narrows it down. You've got a two and a half week window.
That's right. What could go wrong? So Dr. Rosado is going to be one of the guest presenters at the quarterly PTSD Summit. And so we're going to be rolling this podcast out. You're seeing it, so it's obviously been rolled out. And we ask you to share it with your friends and your family and anybody who you think, it could help, but also encourage people to be open-minded. Listen to what is being shared here with the idea that it can transform a life. And if it can transform a life, it can transform a family. It can restore a family. Not perfectly. There's no. You can't rewind it to the good old days, before combat or whatever the situation is. But it can assuredly improve, like you just shared about the seizures, 200 to 300 a day to 5 a month. I mean, so Dr. Rosado, thank you very much.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
You're going to be seeing him. You stop in here, you may see him running around the hallways with horrible coffee that we have. But we're going to be doing...
But great creamers.
It's sweet and creamy, international delight, shameless plug. Once you drink that, you can't have it without it. But we're going to be doing some follow-up videos with Dr. Rosado to help inform and educate and break down some barriers so that we can improve and transform some veteran and first responder lives right here in Marion County. So Brian, thanks again for making all this happen. He's going to do all the editing, and after the credits roll, you're going to see all of Dr. Rosado's contact information, because Brian's going to put it there. And you want to share how people can get a hold of you?
Absolutely. The fastest and easiest way is going to the DocMJ website. Go to docmj.com. Established in 2016, they are celebrating their 10th year anniversary as a company. I'm celebrating my 10th year as an anniversary as a recommending physician.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And then in the spring, I'll be celebrating 5 years with the company. Also, you can go to Buds for Vets. They're all over social media and mainstream in Google. So shameless plug to Google.
Absolutely.
Buds for Vets and the Grateful Veteran. Reach out to them prior to reaching out to us if you're wanting to make an appointment. Otherwise, my offices, the one in Ocala is in Jasmine Plaza, which is right where the Department of Motor Vehicle office is located. So you're welcome to stop by, speak with Lisa. She's the medical assistant there, or whoever happens to be there to take care of you. You can we don't take walk-ins, but we do walk-in appointments.
Right.
So you can go in and speak with her or get additional information. Reach out to the other sources that we shared here. Go to our website or send me an email at drrosado@docmj.com. drrosado@docmj.com. I may regret that, but what the hell? No guts, no glory.
That's right. And if none of that works, just stop into Veterans Up
Here
and
you go.
Veterans USA. We got all of Doc's contact information here because he's part of the family here. So, Dr. Rosado, again, thank you.
Thank you,
for
sir.
doing what you do to help transform lives and families here in Marion County and beyond. And again, Brian, thanks again for all the magic, the magic wand you got there. So stay focused. Share our podcasts. Our podcast vault is at vhvusa.org /podcast-vault. You can check out all the veteran resource podcasts as well as veteran podcasts themselves. We got a couple more coming up that are going to be really, really awesome. So without further ado, we're signing off. And we'll see you at the next one. Take care.
In the shadows of the night, they fought the fight. Brave hearts, lost souls, searching for the light. With every battle scar, they carry the weight. But we're to lift them up, it's never too late. No more silence, we'll raise our voice. For every hero, we'll make the choice. Together we'll stand, united and proud. For the ones who served, veterans helping veterans is loud. Stand strong together, we'll pave the way. For the veterans in need, we won't turn away. When the night feels long and hope is thin, we'll be their family. We'll let the healing begin. No more fighting